Yo, what is going on, guys? So it is absolutely no secret that Western women are losing the battle for men, okay? Western men are deciding to leave them in mass. They are going to places like the Philippines, to Southeast Asia, things like this. And so we have a very unique video here today of essentially 3 Filipino women explaining why it is that men are choosing Filipino women over Western women. Okay, it is absolutely no secret, guys, that men these days completely done with dating. A lot of them, they are going overseas if they are ever looking for long-term relationships and things like this, which of course is something that Western women despise. But we are going to be taking a look at this video here, where these Filipino women are reacting to Western women. It is absolutely hilarious. So guys, today's video is sent to me by Matrix of Madness. I'm also going to leave these Filipino women linked in the comment as well, so you can go and find the original video too, so check out the pinned comment. And let's just jump right into this video here, where these women are going to be reacting to what Western women demand from men in terms of a engagement ring. Let's jump in.
His own business, but he makes $45,000 a year. Would you date him?
You wouldn't be able to afford my engagement ring. If you make $45,000 a year, it would take you 4 years? No. 8 years to afford.
But how much? I don't know anything about rings. How much is that?
About $200,000.
Girl, you want a $200,000? Are you insane?
$200,000 is what this Western woman wants for her engagement ring. So if you make 45K a year, guys, you are too broke to date her, apparently. And people will say, oh, these videos, you know, they're cherry-picked and things like this. Trust me, guys, when I say that there is a very strong attitude in Western women these days where they want men to earn an outlandish amount of money. They won't date a lot of dudes unless they earn 6 figures or unless they're very highly attractive, things like this.
My ring has to sparkle from across the street. Like, you have to do that shit. You have blind people, but like, I'm not a regular girl.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
You need to break her ass and shake her ass.
Buy a dog and die alone.
Yeah, it makes me laugh. The video at the end, you know, they add. Oh, yeah. So what do you guys think? $200,000 for a ring?
For a ring. $20,000. That's already 2 properties or 3 properties in the Philippines.
Just for a ring.
And that's just for a ring. Yeah. I mean, okay. Well, maybe I would ask her. If I was there, I would ask her what can she bring on the table. Assuming I'm the man, I would ask her what can she bring on the table, because if she says something like, I can cook, I can clean, I can do whatever in the house, I would say there's really nothing special about you, because not everybody might be a perfect cook, but everybody can cook, everybody can clean, everybody can do whatever in the house.
This woman is being so generous here, by the way. This is assuming that the Western women are ever going to cook or clean for a man anyway, guys. You know, these women who are demanding this amount of money from dudes, oh, he has to make 100K a year, he has to buy me a ring that's worth this much, blah, blah, blah. They don't cook, they don't clean, and if they do, it's never going to be consistent. You know, I think this woman's being very generous here. These women, they don't even bring this to the relationship.
So you're really not offering anything on the table. So you have to be, I mean, you definitely have to be somebody who has probably like a superhuman power. Yes, super skill for him to be able to give you that 200K ring. Like, it's ridiculous for me.
It seems like she wants a good ring, not a good man. But you know, what about you?
But the price, I mean. Yeah, I mean, I think she's very lucky if she's gonna have a man who's gonna give her a very like.
Okay, so let me ask you guys, how much the reasonable price a ring would you okay with it? Like how much?
Me?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So to be honest, because I don't wanna. In this video, we want an honest question. I got the first engagement ring from John. Believe me or not, but I have to be honest. It's just like 459 pesos, I guess.
Are you happy with it?
Yes, because I'm not that kind of person that is like, I want something fancy ring that is very expensive or whatever. My ring is not even like 1,000 pesos or not. How much is 400 in dollar? Like $8.
There's like $8.
Yeah,
$8. That's our engagement ring.
Yes.
Imagine. So we bought it together when John came over here. We decided to get that ring. But I was not looking for something expensive because I was thinking about the other girls, like, I want, because it's very memorable. I mean, it's okay. It depends on the couple, especially the woman, if she likes this, she likes that. But maybe John is just so lucky for me that I don't act that I want something like a very expensive one.
ring.
Just a very simple one that really shows that I'm engaged or something. Yeah, I'm very happy and content in a very small things already. I am.
So guys, you probably notice that I didn't pause the video there. I let these women speak for a solid, I don't know, a couple of minutes. And the reason why I did that, many of you guys will notice, is because these women, unlike the women that we usually cover on the channel, are not damn annoying. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not losing my marbles listening to them. I could pull up a video, you know, women talking on TikTok. You just pull up some random one. And it's always like you're being yelled at. It's like, even if the woman, the Western woman that is sitting there explaining something to you, it feels like you're being yelled at the entire damn time. But on the subject of the rings, notice how she doesn't care, because she's not with the man for the price of the ring. Okay, and this is what a lot of the problems come with in Western day societies, guys, is women treat their long-term relationships with men as some sort of retirement plan. You know, get married to this guy because I can divorce him and I can take him things, right? Take his things. Go with this guy because he gives me status. It's all about what I want, and what I need. Okay, and it's never, like this woman on the right-hand side said, there's, you know, it's not about what they can provide. You ask these women what they can provide, and they never give you an answer. They just get offended. They don't actually have anything that men care about to begin with. It's really quite sad. But let's continue here.
That's why I was shocked with the price.
Yeah, like you said earlier, some women would want to have a very expensive ring because they want something memorable.
Yes.
But I would say that something memorable does not have to come with a price.
Yes.
Like, you can buy me a $2 ring. The memory of that is you proposing to me. I mean, the value of that $2 ring, yes, it is just a $2, but it is very expensive for me because you got on your knees and you asked me to be your wife, and yeah,
that's how I look.
For me, it's not a price.
It's not.
What a totally different answer to what you would receive from a Western woman, guys. You know, what a totally different thing. We'll continue into the next clip that they cover here in a moment. But it's just so astounding. It is very refreshing, guys. My brain isn't actually being injured when I listen to these individuals talk, right? So we're going to be pulling up the next video in a second. I'm going to organize this so we can actually see what they're reacting to. But this woman on the right-hand side, by the way, she was talking about how the women want it because it's expensive, kind of thing. A lot of the women, they want it because it's a status symbol as well. Number one, they can sell it later because their marriages never damn last. But the women, the Western women, oftentimes they don't care about the memories. They don't care about what the ring means. All they care about is that it's status and that it's money. It's really sad, guys. It is absolutely so sad. And then they wonder why, by the way, because here's the thing. Women will oftentimes in Western society say, oh, well, you're just broke. That's why you won't buy me this ring, or that's why you won't buy me this item. But guys, like, you know, there are very many wealthy men out there who they don't want to buy these women things because they're mean. You know, they have the money to buy you these things. There are plenty of wealthy dudes in Western countries. They just lose to the Filipino women because the Filipino women are actually nicer. And this is what I'm talking about in my videos, guys, is women oftentimes overestimate all the things, you know, that they think that we need some supermodel or something like that. But women like this are quite rare. The ones that are actually nice and not a complete headache to be around. Completely different. Let's take a look at this video here. So they're going to be reacting to this. Why Passport Bros Exist, part 1. Oh boy, let's take a listen.
People got something to say about the fact that I got 6 kids with 6 different men. So I'm just gonna tell y'all why it is better to do it this way. If I had 6 kids with all the same dude, I get 34% of his income, which is only $680 a month. If I got 6 kids with 6 different dudes, I get 17% from each one of them, which is $340 a month from each one. $340 a month times 6 baby daddies is $2,040. So why don't you have 6 baby
You
daddies?
got 2 kids with, no, how much do you get?
Oh my God, yes, I have 2 kids from, 2 different dads. How much am I getting from them? $0. Yeah, maybe I'm not smart enough like these Western women, but I don't know. She is like making money off her
Kids from the
children.
kids.
It's like a business.
Yeah. And that right there is a perfect example why men flee from their countries and come over to Asia to find a woman.
Yeah, exactly of this because of this reason, and they also saying that Filipina is only want money from foreigner guys. So you see this.
There's a reason why they fly over here.
I mean,
to find a good woman also not like that.
Well, how much you spend for your Filipina, right? Why would they say that we only want money from our foreign partners? It's crazy.
Yeah, I think it's really sad that women actually choose that path. Like, okay, you are in it for the money, but where is your moral? Like that really makes you look cheap.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, guys. Absolutely roasted. You know, that makes you look cheap. That is some absolute brawling words coming out. But she's absolutely correct here, guys. These women, they don't have morals. They don't, okay? This woman, back in the video, let me just go back here. This woman on the side, 6 children to 6 different baby fathers. Now, obviously, this is an extreme example, guys, but it is no secret, absolutely no secret whatsoever, that a lot of Western women are using their children as essentially paychecks, okay? They go out there, they have these kids because they know that they can essentially extort money out of the dude that they were with to have the children. So you can't convince me, people are like, oh, why don't men get married, or why aren't men having children in our country anymore? This is exactly why, man. These women oftentimes don't care about family. And you might say, well, Taylor, not all women do that. And I'll give you that, okay? Not every woman is going to treat her child like it's a paycheck or something like this. The problem is that they can. And it's a very much a growing attitude in Western society right now, guys, where these women, they don't want to work. They just want to leech off of the hard work of men. And so what they do is they steal their money in any way that they can. This woman quite literally has a little notepad going on here where she does the maths. And by the way, 6 children, that's an absolute handful. Like, this woman refuses to get a job. But I mean, 6 children is essentially having a job, isn't it? But I'm going to pull up the next clip momentarily here, guys. I mean, it just gets worse and worse, really. But again, guys, notice how these women are not annoying, right? They make their commentary, and it's not like they're yelling at you. It's not like they're screaming at you. They're actually not terrible to listen to whatsoever. So let's continue on to the next clip here. This will be a good one. This is a podcast. Oh, boy. Podcasts these days, guys. Always quality thoughts being passed around on podcasts these days from these Western women. What is this? Every day is Friday. That sounds horrible. Let's jump in.
The man is supposed to be the breadwinner. Okay. I would like to talk about, maybe having a weekly allowance or something.
How much would the how much would be?
So how much?
Look at this woman's face, man. She's like, what? A weekly allowance? What on earth is this? Man, strong and independent, by the way, but still demands a weekly allowance from her dudes. And guys, you cannot convince me, okay? These women who want these oh, I want a weekly allowance, or I want this money, or my man has to buy me bags and things like this. I can promise you now, these women are not loyal to you. If you're out here and you're paying an allowance to these women, they're sitting there demanding, I demand an allowance to be in a relationship with you. If you're handing these women money, they are cheating on you. I just want you to know that, guys. If you're a dude and you're in this situation, they don't respect you. They're treating you like a wallet. So, you know, I don't think men should allow themselves to be treated that way, each to their own. But she's cheating on you, just so you know.
Allowance or something.
How much would the how much would be,
you know?
So how much is a weekly allowance?
Like my last relationship, you know, he was giving me like $2,000-3,000 every week.
That's a lie.
$2,000-3,000 every week. How lucky.
How much is that? $2,000-3,000 in peso.
$3,000 is 150,000 pesos.
A week.
That's just a week.
Just
That's like for a year surviving here in the Philippines.
Yes, and if you multiply 150,000 pesos
wow.
in a year, if I'm not mistaken, it's 8 million pesos. For 8 million pesos, you already have 2 or 3 properties in the Philippines, right? So
I like how this woman, by the way, because she's doing what men do right here. When you hear some woman say, "Oh, I want $200,000 for an engagement ring," most men will be like, "That's stupid. Do you know how many of X I could get with that particular money?" And the dude will say something that has utility, right? He'll use some, I don't know, common sense. And a lot of people would be like, well, why wouldn't we just buy this? But to Western women, it's like, no, it's an investment. Yeah, it's an investment for the woman because she's going to sell it later when she ditches you, okay? But this woman is absolutely correct. You know, in the Philippines, I'm sure this is a few properties over time, you know? It's like these are investment properties that you could be buying. Now, as far as I know, foreigners can't actually invest in the Philippines. Don't quote me on that. Somebody can let me know in the comments. But still, right, is you could invest in something that actually has some utility. This woman's brain, she has common sense, guys. What a crazy thought that is. Let's keep going.
it's just a wise decision for these men to actually just flee from their country because again, there are these crazy demands from people, from women.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's why there were men also that would like to stay single only rather than being with the girl that is very like, I want this, I want that, I want a lot of things, I want very materialistic person, so they decided to be single. And some, or just really like what I said, go to the Asian country to find something like a woman that is not demanding on something like, yeah, they were not looking for a man, they were looking for something, money or support
She's
to their.
Definitely looking for a millionaire, because I think that, I mean, I don't know anything much about the US, but I believe that the monthly wage in the US is about $6,000, and she's asking for $3,000 for a week. So
why does this woman who lives in the Philippines have a more accurate understanding of the US average earnings of men than the woman who lives in America? I'm pretty sure, isn't it like 42,000 maybe? I'm not quite sure exactly what the average earnings is in America. But this is certainly a lot more accurate than you get out of the Western women from these videos. Isn't that crazy to think about, guys? This woman is just so much more grounded in reality than any of these women that you'll ever find on TikTok. Now, guys, I understand, okay, the average woman that you find on TikTok is not necessarily the average woman in Western society. But number one, there certainly are a lot of them. And number two, it's an attitude that is often shared by many more Western women who are not making those TikTok videos. But let's keep going here. We'll continue on to the next clip that they pull up. Let's see what else they pull up. Oh no, we've got a woman in her car. Foreign woman reacts to 304 who wants $3,000 weekly allowance. Oh boy, I love how this page, by the way, this TikTok page is called Get Your Passport. That's hilarious.
Money only? Whatever happened to a man providing information, education, guidance, advice, or even behavior improvement? Do you know why some women consider a man giving them money being the provider of the relationship? Because that is the only thing they would accept from a man. A lot of modern women, they don't want no guidance. They don't want to be told that they need to do better as the female in that relationship. How could that woman from the previous clip, I'm not judging her, how could she be an asset to his life? how can she bring improvement to his life? Actually goes for a lot of women out there. A lot of women, they are so cool and so content with spending a man's money that he clearly works hard for and don't even pack the man's lunch. Girl, please. These women, they don't even want to master the basics in a relationship. They don't want to cook, they don't want to clean, they don't want to do none of that. They just want to sit there, be pretty, and spend the man's money. And what kind of world do you live in, honestly? And especially, what are you going to do when you get old? Whose money are you going to spend then? You're going to be alone and ugly.
That makes you laugh at the end words. Well,
It's true. She said it clearly.
Everything she said, it's a fact, right?
Yes.
I agree.
Yeah, and the woman herself said, in my last relationship. So that speaks a lot. In your last relationship. So basically,
That would be her
your
forever
3K
last.
Yes.
Yeah. So basically, your 3K monthly, weekly allowance didn't work.
That's you. Yeah, right. And then also, so this is also Western women, I guess. So at least there's,
That they're aware that
yeah.
yes, what's going on and the places and their country.
Yeah, but we should not generalize the Western women because
Not all. So this is the example. Even this
Yeah.
one understand, right?
I think there are many Western women who are not like this. The thing is that the bad women speak the loudest, and they get so much attention in social media.
Yeah.
I agree with that. The bad women are certainly the loudest. But I'm not going to pretend like this isn't a very large problem in Western society, okay? Like, a lot of women, you would be surprised how many women on a regular basis just act entitled towards men. They act rude, the average man is completely invisible, they treat men as completely disposable, things like this, okay? So no, not every woman is going to demand $3,000 per week or whatever nonsense she's going to demand. But there certainly is an attitude in Western society right now towards men that makes men not want to participate. They don't want to date Western women a lot of the times. They don't want to work in Western countries. They don't want to fight in Western wars because there's not a lot for men to gain in these places anymore. Okay, it's not to say that every single woman is going to make awful TikTok videos and be an awful human being. It's just that, number one, they certainly can rob you through the government, by the way. And this is a growing attitude in Western society, guys. Like, some of these TikTok videos, okay, you might come across a really, really stupid TikTok video and you might go, well, that woman's crazy. Some of these videos, guys, have like millions of likes on them, thousands upon thousands of likes on comments alone, okay? Dating coaches for women, not a small thing. And a lot of them spew complete nonsense. They have no idea what they're talking about. You will never keep a man if you follow what they say. And many Western women follow exactly what they say. So, very, very, this woman's trying to be lenient towards Western women, I guess, but it certainly is very bad. Let's continue on to the next clip here. This woman, holy hell, this woman looks terrifying. So this one here has a list of demands, I think this is. My goodness. Let me pull this over so you guys can see. I'm just going to read this first before the individual reads it to us. Things I expect a man to do in marriage. Number one, pay the mortgage / rent and utilities. I like how she's put emojis after this as if it makes the list any less ugly. Number two, do most of the cooking. Wash the dishes. See, you've already lost me, right? If the man is paying for everything and you want him to do the chores as well, why would he not just boot you out and pay someone to do these things as well? I've heard a lot of guys do this, right? They boot the woman out and then they just pay for a maid, and it works out to be cheaper in the long run anyway. So anyway, wash the dishes, do the laundry, take out the trash, yard work or housework. Honestly, it means both, doesn't it? Upkeep the cars, so multiple cars. Date night at least 2 a month, annual honeymoon, and something about family vacations. Holy hell, man. Let's see how they react.
Men to do in marriage. Number one, pay the rent, mortgage, and utilities. So that's like the
She's
rent,
already laughing.
the water, and like the electric. You know what I'm saying? And then if you have a home, like the property tax and the mortgage insurance, all that good stuff. Number two, to do most of the cooking. I cook, but I don't really like to cook, so it's really a plus when I meet a guy.
Yeah, she's more of an eater, I think.
who is really good at cooking. And there are actually a lot of men that are great cooks. Number 3, the dishes. I don't like doing the dishes, so it would be great to have a man that just took that chore off of my hands because I don't like to do the dishes.
Is this woman wearing a carpet, by the way?
Number 4, do the laundry.
What is this?
And when I say do the laundry, I don't just mean like put the clothes in the wash. I mean like the whole process. Put the clothes in the wash, put the clothes in the dryer, put them up, iron what needs to be ironed, fold what needs to be fold. Like do the whole thing from A to Z. Number 5, take out the trash. I don't like to take out the trash. Number 6, any yard work or housework. Now, he doesn't necessarily have to like fix it. Like if there's like a broken pipe or something, like he doesn't have to fix it, but he does have to be responsible in calling whoever to make sure that it is fixed. So it's just his responsibility. Number 7, upkeep the car. So that includes any tire changes that need to be made, any oil changes that need to be made, putting gases in the car, making sure the
Holy
cars are...
shut up. Okay, so we get the idea. Let's continue on to their response here. She's just yammering away. Let's take a listen.
Wow! She's looking for a maid, not for a man.
It's really painful to watch that.
I don't know if she was joking or not, but I'm quite conflicted whether, I mean, I don't know if she's looking for a helper or a husband. Because, I mean, how in the hell can he do everything on the list and provide her with everything that she needs?
What's she gonna
You know what? By the way, there are men who do all of this stuff for themselves completely fine. You know, they look after the car, they pay their bills, they go to work, they do their dishes, they do the laundry and all of this sort of stuff. And there are lots of men who do this completely fine by themselves, right? The problem is these women are so damn entitled, and to be honest, they're actually more of a detriment to your life than just doing it by yourself.
Yeah, if that's the case, she was trying to be pretty.
What's she gonna... Is there any chance that... Just kidding.
I don't know, but these are crazy demands, man. Maybe
that's ridiculous. I mean, she have actually the list. What's she gonna do in a relationship?
Maybe she was like,
open her legs, that's it.
And she said she wants somebody who can also cook because she does not like cooking and taking the trash out. I mean, okay.
That's not really like a big, big work to do because will you just chill all day and...
She needs her mommy.
Yes.
If that's the case,
she needs a maid or she needs a housekeeper that she will pay. Not.
It's really sad. It's really sad because it seems like she only wanted the guy to do stuff for her, and she doesn't even because that's her video is all about what she expects a man to do in a relationship.
I would be interested to see what these women can offer on the table, because what we have just watched, all of them are, letting us know what their demands are, but they're not letting us know what they can give their men in exchange.
Yeah.
Right? So I would really be interested to actually hear what they can offer.
That's a good point because I never seen a video that they actually make a video. What can they offer for their men? What should they do for their partners? I never seen a video.
To be impressed.
A single video, no.
Yeah.
And also this.
The reason why you've never seen a video of women doing that is because they don't, okay? And guys, of the very few that I have seen, of women going, oh, here's what I cook for my husband or something like this. Every time I see a video like that, the woman who's doing the nice thing for her man is just getting roasted in the comments by other women, right? Calling her oppressed, calling her, his mother and things like this. It's just trying to insult the woman for doing anything nice for a man, okay? So these videos are very, very rare. They basically don't exist, and when they do, the women get absolutely roasted for it. But this woman brings up a great point, What do the women bring in the relationship? What are they bringing to the table? And as far as I'm concerned, a lot of these individuals are not really bringing anything. They are asking for a lot from men. The men are saying, okay, we hear your demands. Now, what do we get in return? And the answer is not a whole lot, to be honest with you. But guys, we're going to be leaving today's episode there. A bit of an interesting one. As always, don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments. I'm going to leave a link to the original in the pinned comment if you want to go and check out the video. But as always, guys, make sure you take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next episode. Peace.